Hey guys, my name is Max and welcome to my movie channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about my personal opinion from my personal experiences with Taurus Firearms. Now, Taurus Firearms are based in Miami. They're a Brazilian gun company. Again, that's very close to where I live. So in Florida, if you go into any gun shop, any pawn shop, any gun show, any whatever, you're going to see a lot of Taurus Firearms. Now, I have two of them here today. And I actually sold one of them. Just to show you guys, by the way, all of the guns, firearms, in this video are completely empty, unloaded. Here's the magazine for the Taurus TCP. And here you go, as you can see, empty. And to show you the Taurus 605 357 Magnum, I'm gonna have to pull down a little bit. But as you can see right through it. The cylinder is totally empty. Empty. Okay, I'm going to talk about the ones that I have right here in front of me first, and then I will talk about the PT-140, my experiences with that one. Let's start off with the Taurus 605 357 Magnum. Now, I purchased this gun about a year and a half ago, something like that, and I got it for $300. Now, if you guys are familiar in the firearms world, that's pretty good deal for an all-steel 357 Magnum revolver. Great deal, actually. For a 357 Magnum with a 2-inch barrel and a hammer, I love it. Until I went to shoot it. Now, this video is actually on YouTube. If you go back into my catalog of videos, it's about 50 videos back. I went to the shooting range with my friend Marcus for the first time with the Taurus 605. I was shooting about 10 yards. I was getting some pretty good groupings on it. Now, groupings meaning it was all 5 bullets were hitting in a pretty respectable sized area from 10 yards away. This gun was very easy to shoot accurately, and I was having a great time with it. I was shooting standard 357 Magnum loads. Now, to prove to you, right here on the gun, you can see that it says 357 Magnum. So it will shoot 357 Magnum, and it also will shoot 38 Special. By the way, this is Spear Gold Dot. Now, what happened to this gun? Well, here's the regular cylinder. That's how it's supposed to look. Okay, and if I flip it around, here's how this cylinder looks. As I was shooting this weapon, the cylinder blew backwards in my hand. It was a frightening experience, and as you can see, the cylinder release is actually stuck in a forward position. It's supposed to be back here, and this is again supposed to look like that, but it is stuck back here. So all I really need is one finger to gently push, and yeah, this firearm is a paperweight. It's really all it's good for. Now, as you can see, this particular model, I will show you right here, covering up the serial number. Okay, we're good. Now, as you can see, it says Taurus International, Miami, Florida, USA. Wonderful. But right there, made in Brazil. I don't know if that's really an indication on why this gun had any trouble, but I can tell you that based on this gun alone, Taurus's quality control is a little dodgy. Now, let's get on to the Taurus TCP, which is chambered in 380 ACP. Why did I buy this gun? Well, first of all, it was $179 brand new. Including tax, it was $195, brand new, out the door for a 380 ACP, which is a great price. Now, why did I need this gun? Well, it's America. I can have as many guns as I want. But the real reason is I purchased it for concealed carry purposes. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. All right, guys, so we are off the table. Actually, let me move it like that. So we are off the table, and I just want to show you real quick. By the way, we're going to get a little intimate because I am going to lift my shirt real quick. But this is a representation of basically what I wear on a day-to-day basis. I don't know if you guys can see. I almost fell down. These are shorts, cargo shorts, and a t-shirt. I'm going to come up real close to you guys. This is how I look. How do I look? Pretty good, right? You know, got a little bit of pudge going on. Maybe I should hit the gym. Maybe I should stop drinking a little bit of beer. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I look pretty normal, right? And what most people cannot tell from looking at me is that I'm actually concealed carrying a firearm. So here it is. Take a step back, the Taurus TCP, okay? Hidden away right there. It actually fits in the palm of my hand. And it is very easy to withdraw from the holster, and it's equally as easy to put it right back in there and cover it up with a t-shirt. No one knows you have it. Now you might be saying to yourself, Max, $195 after tax on a 380 ACP pistol, which easily conceals in the palm of your hand, let alone underneath a regular t-shirt with no printing. That's pretty good. Well, you're right, and that's why I bought the gun. The firearm, excuse me, I don't like the word gun, but there are problems. Unfortunately, it pains me to say, there are issues with this firearm, and let's get into that. Now, again, this is still unloaded, okay, so don't even worry about it. I will say that this gun is good. However, there's a big problem with it, and that is every time that I load this magazine, 5 rounds, it holds 5 rounds as you can see. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 rounds right here. I can shoot 5 rounds, but on the 6th round, it always gets caught. There's a failure to feed every single time. So, and that's every time I shoot 1 magazine full. It always gets hung up and creates a jam in the pistol. So really, if you load this up full to capacity, 6 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber for a total of 7 rounds, you're only going to be able to successfully fire 6 rounds. And if you only load this up with 6 rounds, you rack the slide, you put it in your holster, well, you only have 5 rounds, okay? Which should be enough, I mean, because you're probably not going to ever have to use this, hopefully, you know, with God's help. But it jams every single time, which is unfortunate, dude, because I can't tell you how much I like this gun. Again, it is easily concealed in my hands, easily concealed under my shirt. It has a 2-inch barrel, which I forgot to mention. I don't know if I did mention it. I don't remember. This also has a 2-inch barrel. Typically, the shorter the barrel a firearm has, the harder it is to get a good, oh, I did say that. The harder it is to get a good, accurate group at longer distances, but I've honestly experienced no trouble, and that's a good thing. Shooting the Taurus, the shorter barrels, honestly, I've always had a pretty easy time getting good groupings at a distance. These pistols are, for the most part, very accurate. However, this one breaks in my hand, and it terrified me, and this one jams every single magazine, so it's not that good. I can't rely upon this to save my life. I really can't rely upon this to do anything except hold the papers on my desk so that they don't blow away when the air conditioner kicks on. Now, you said, Max, didn't you have another Taurus? Yes, I did. I had the Taurus PT 140, which is chambered in .40 Smith & Wesson, and I sold it to a friend of mine. I never had any trouble with that gun. That gun is amazing. I'll show you a picture of it right here. That's the Taurus PT 140. It always treated me very well. I shot about 1,500 to 1,500 rounds through that gun. And again, no hang-ups, no hiccups. It was great. It had 10 round magazines. So if you put 10 in the magazine and you had 1 in the chamber, you're holding 11 rounds of .40 Smith & Wesson, which is a great round, very proven round. That is what the police around here usually use. At least all of the police officers that I spoke to, the majority of them, I would say 8 out of 10, carry a .40 Smith & Wesson, and the other 2 carry 9mm. So, Max, you're asking me. I already know you're asking me. What is your opinion on these Taurus firearms? Well, I will tell you, they are cheap in a good way, and if you get one that works, they are very, very good pistols. However, if you experience, like me, a failure rate, I've had 3 of them, so I guess a failure rate of 66.6%, only 33.3% successful. My opinion, it's not really worth it. Now, I will say that if you ever experience a problem with any of your Taurus firearms, you can send it directly to Taurus in Miami. I mean, you have to call first, and they will either repair your gun or they will ship you a brand new one to your FFL dealer. Again, this was $195 with tax. When the competitors in this size, I mean, there's all kinds of competitors. You could get a Smith & Wesson Shield for about $325, I believe it was in my area. With tax, $350 probably. You could get a Ruger LCP would be another contender, and that one's probably like $300 after taxes. But I went with this, $195 after taxes. Unfortunately, I'm paying the cost. It is jamming on every single last shot of the magazine. The Taurus 605, again, $300 out the door. The competition is about double in price, but look what happened to me. The PT 140, I got that one for $199, so after taxes about $225, and I never had any problems with that one. That was a very reliable pistol. I sold it to my friend though because I wanted to buy a shotgun and he wanted a .40 caliber pistol, so it worked out perfectly. Now, last but not least, what should you do? Should you buy a Taurus firearm? Should you not buy a Taurus firearm? I would say be very careful. I would say to buy a new firearm. I would say to check it over before you get it. Do it that way, and that's where I stand. My take on Taurus firearms: when you get one that works, they're great. When you get ones that don't work, they're bad. So, thank you for watching. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.